All right. What's our total count now, Sarah?
We are at 8 in attendance.
All right. I think we're just going to go ahead and get started. People will hopefully jump in. But everyone, my name is Rose. I'm the talent acquisition coordinator for Beyond Vision. The wonderful person who's helping me host this is Sarah. She is our marketing assistant. Is that the correct title for you?
Yes, it is.
All right. And then we're also joined by Claire, who is the star of the show today. She's our customer care specialist at one of our base supply centers. And she's going to be the one talking to us a bit today about her position and how she got there and all that. But before we get on to that, Claire, why don't you just kind of tell everyone a little bit about who you are?
Okay. My name is Claire. I work at the Base Supply Center in Columbus, Ohio. It's on the DSCC, the Defense Supply Center base. I am visually impaired. I have a guide dog named Patty who's asleep in the corner. I've been here almost a year. It'll be a year in June, and it's been a fantastic first job after graduating college and looking for almost a year and a half. And
Fantastic. And can you tell us a little bit more about what exactly you do for Beyond Vision?
so my title is customer care specialist, and basically it means I answer the phone and emails for customers, and so we sell supplies and products to the government and military, and we so I do quotes for them, so they can get their funding approved, and then we turn those into orders and get them their supplies. We also do special items like things that are not in our stores, such as like TVs, refrigerators, vacuums, things like that are not commonly in like office supplies and cleaning supplies like that. Um, we also do promotional items like custom T-shirts, and our big thing right now is mouse pads with DFAS with their logo on them, and they've been a good seller for now. Um, we also do custom stamps through a vendor. And a lot of customers like those. Usually we do a lot of like signature stamps. Um, and then we also do a lot of, like I said, store items such as like paper and scissors and highlighters and lots of different options for pens and all of those things. And um, you do have to do like look at inventory, see if we have them on hand or not, or if we have to order them. Talking to customers, seeing what they need, what they want, what they're looking to buy. And that's what I like most about the job, is talking to the customers.
And do you mostly talk to them like over the phone or email or in person?
Usually either over the phone or through email.
And so most of the stuff that's like in store that's sold as office products. I know we do some office furniture, but I've heard some pretty wild stuff. Like you said, the specials that we order from like a boat or a street sweeper, or like
Yes.
hair trimmers, like 50 of them for a platoon. What's like the wildest thing you've had to order so far?
Wildest one. I guess I had to say probably the coolest one I thought was one of the I believe it was the Navy, their Navy or the Marines. They wanted 100 sailor yellow rubber duckies
What?
with their logo on it for their
Oh,
enlisted soldiers, and that was pretty cool because like, oh, they're so cute.
that's awesome. How many of them did you have to order? That is kind of wild. And so how do you procure these special items? How do you go about doing that?
So we do like you would at home, look on Amazon for things. If it's things like a washer or dryer or something, we look at Home Depot or Lowe's. Um, Best Buy for like computer things and like HDMI cables and stuff like that. Um, and then whatever we can't find online, we send to our purchasing department and they quote it for us, as well as some of our outside vendors that we have.
Oh, so you do some of the researching for finding items yourself.
Yeah, if it's something on Amazon or whatever, we just look it up ourselves and then we do a mock quote to see what the price for it is and put our margin on it and send it to the customer. And
Okay, so like actual shopping experience. So when I'm going on Amazon and like browsing, that's actually me learning a job skill for the customer care specialist position.
yes, it is. Yes.
Fantastic. And what's the work environment kind of like there? I know you work closely with Perry, right?
Yes, yes. Um, I love the people I work with. They're awesome. Um, Harry and Sari. We do have a new manager, Henry, who I haven't got to spend a whole lot of time with him because he's been training. We currently don't have a delivery driver, so Sari and Henry are doing a lot of that. Um, but it's fun. We like to have a lot of fun. We're a close team since there are only four of us, and we do keep it professional. Like so, we like to have fun and talk to each other about our lives and stuff as well.
Right, fantastic. And do you interact a lot with the rest of the base and other people on the base?
Yes, we do have a lot of customers on base. And like I said, right now we don't have a delivery driver. So a lot of them are coming to the store to pick up their items, as well as some will come in just to shop and see what we have on our shelves and make their wish list or their cart and then give it to their approving official to get the money for the stuff. And
All right. And do you enjoy like interacting with them when they come in the store?
yeah, yeah, it's fun because I mean, otherwise it's pretty quiet in the store because not much foot traffic to begin with. But
Right, right. So it's pretty exciting when someone walks through the door.
yes.
So what originally drew you to this position?
Um, well, I'd graduated college in December of 21 and was looking for a job for about a year. And a friend of mine first told me about Beyond Vision because they knew I was looking for a job. And they're like, well, they have um, I believe it was in the call center position open at the time. And so
Oh, that's
I was
right.
like, okay. Yeah, yeah. So I applied for that first. And after looking at the company, I was kind of excited about it because I didn't realize that there was a whole company dedicated to hiring blind people. Like I'd never heard of Beyond Vision until then. Like that's pretty cool. They do that because not a lot of companies do. um, but then you had told me about the position was open, and I was interested in it because it's I'm looking career wise to get into either HR or maybe supply chain or something like that. And so naturally, I was looking at customer service jobs or um, like an admin assistant or something to get some experience. And this job sounded kind of cool because you sell things to the government. It's like, well, what do they like to buy? Like, how does that process work? And um, what goes into that? And so that was really what was interesting to me about the position. As well as Nadine moving to a different state and learning to basically live like a blind person on my own, per se.
Yeah, what was that relocation process like for you?
Um, I mean, moving's not fun. Packing
Right.
packing takes a while. It took us a while to pack, but honestly, the whole process was actually pretty seamless. We had spoken to a few companies and got a quote for it and got all of our stuff moved fairly quickly, it seemed like. We lived in the hotel for the first month, which was not horrible. It wasn't fun because they were doing construction on the hotel, but
Oh,
it
great.
it was somewhere to stay and we needed somewhere to live, so it was, there for the time being. And my team here was so nice about welcoming us and, when you need help with anything or, we'll help you move if you need help or anything like that. And so that really made it so nice.
And when you say us, you meant you and is it your husband now?
Yes, yes, me and my husband.
And then you guys found an apartment relatively quickly, right?
Yes, we did. I think it was maybe like two or 3 weeks after we got to Ohio.
And did the team help you kind of find that?
No, when I had come up to visit the store, me and my mom went and looked around and found it. And there just happened to be one open when we were looking to move, and so we applied for it and got it.
Okay. For anyone else who doesn't know in the audience, Beyond Vision offers a relocation assistance package. So during the interview process, we invite the candidate to come out and actually visit the store in the area, and we pay for all of that and their stay. And then if they get the job and they accept the offer, then we put them up in a hotel or extended stay for a month while they look for a place. And then we help pay for relocating all of their things as well. So that's why Claire was talking about like getting those quotes. So they'll get a candidate would get 3 quotes, and then we would match the lowest one. So yeah, so that's kind of
Mm.
what Beyond Vision offers. So I apologize about the hotel being under construction. That must have been frustrating,
It
but
wasn't a huge deal, but yeah,
well, it's already all overwhelming. But luckily, you found your way pretty quickly.
yes.
And and you said like this is a good you felt like this was a good first experience. Customer service was a good experience for what you kind of want to do next. So
hmm
what have you learned both kind of personally as well as professionally in this role?
Um, I mean, I definitely have learned a lot of skills with like NetSuite because I've never used it before this job, and I know there's a lot of companies that use that system or one similar. So that's been nice to learn,
Yeah,
that as well
NetSuite's
as
our
just
uh, uh, for anyone who doesn't know, NetSuite's our ERP system. It's an Oracle product, so it's like our database of everything. Sorry, Claire, go ahead.
no, you're fine. As well as just gaining that experience with talking to customers and being comfortable to talk to them. Because when I first started, I was really nervous to talk to the customers. It's like, oh, maybe they won't like me or like what I say, but they're like,
Yeah.
turns out they're just like you and me and would just want to get their orders done and their things, and they're all really nice. And it's like, oh, okay. Um, so yeah, that has been a good thing. And then also kind of sparking my interest because originally I was only interested in HR, but since starting this position, I'm now interested, like I said, either supply chain or maybe something on that end of business management or something. And that was not a thought in my mind before starting this position. I was like, well, maybe I should explore that and see maybe I would be interested in it or not.
Yeah, the whole like supply chain seems like kind of a mystery until you kind of interact with it. I didn't really know
Right.
anything about it either until I started working here.
Yeah, and both Sharon and Karen are really awesome, and the purchasing department, and just seeing some of the things that they do, it's like, well, maybe it's not as like hard as I think it is, or something, and it's like, okay, maybe I could do that job and be interested in.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you feel
Uh,
like you might work oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, and personally, um, I don't know. I guess it's being this is my first job. It didn't really know like what to expect with a job. I guess like getting up on time and getting to work, and making your lunch and stuff like that. And so, just having a routine has been helpful, and um, learning paratransit and how it works and all of those things has really helped as well. Mm.
Absolutely. All right. And along those similar lines about, in your interest in supply chain and procurement and HR, where do you think you'll go from here?
Well, like I said, I'm interested in exploring the supply chain side of it, maybe a buyer position or something like that, just to see what it is, and maybe, like I said, I would be good at it and interested in it. If not, then I'm still interested in HR, and so many opportunities in both of those.
Absolutely. And I know you said the buyer position. We currently have that buyer position available here at our headquarters in Wisconsin. And so do you feel like either that position or an HR position, whatever, position you might be interested in, you feel like you might want to move up or within Beyond Vision itself?
Yes, I would love to. I I
Fantastic.
really have enjoyed this company and everyone in it and who works for it and with it, and everyone's just been really nice, and it's a great company to work for, honestly.
Good. I'm so glad to hear that. And everyone in the audience, I didn't tell her to say that. She said it all on her own.
No, there are other companies that I have friends who work for, and they can't say the same thing about their company. So it's nice to work for such a great company.
I'm so glad to hear that. And I've heard wonderful and great things about you, from your managers and the other HR team. They're like, yeah, that Claire, she's sharp. And I've already seen, I mean, myself, I've seen you grow more confident and it's just great to see. I'm glad that it's working out for you.
Yeah, it is.
All right. I have a couple quick tips that I wanted to share with everyone about being more successful in the job searching process. But before I do that, I would rather leave it open for any questions for Claire or for me about the company in general before I dive into that. So if you have any questions about anything, please drop it in the chat. And Sarah will moderate, and I will also try to moderate. Any questions?
Oh, I see one. What is supply chain exactly?
Do you want to take that, Claire, since you've learned so much about
Oh.
it?
um, I mean, I guess it's basically just so like with us, we have a main distributor who has all of our store products, and they do discontinue items and out of stock items and back ordered, and so you have to work with them to find a different item, or like I said, shop on Amazon or whatever. And so basically, it's just making sure you can find the items that your customer wants or needs, or suggesting replacements, and figure out where to get them from. And at least
Yeah,
that's how
so
I understand it.
yeah, so supply chain is just like the route that items take to get to where they're needed. So it's the chain of events that supplies items to the customer. So, like before you walk into a grocery store and you go buy some pears or something, those pears had to travel all sorts of ways just to get there for you to be able to purchase them. And that's what the supply chain is. So Claire is working in kind of the middle part of it where she's
Hmm.
purchasing items that are already like full created products. But like our purchasing team also works to purchase raw products. So we have to purchase metal for our manufacturing operations here in our headquarters in Wisconsin. So that's what the supply chain is. Hopefully that answers your question. Any other questions? Or if that didn't make sense, feel free to ask for more clarification. Since we only have a couple more minutes, I'm just going to share my quick tips. Feel free to keep adding questions in the comments, and once I'm finished, we can go through those. So I just have 3 little tips. So one, um, collect references. So as you're going through all of your experiences through life, going to school, volunteering, or in your actual jobs, collect references. Ask people, hey, would you be willing to be a reference for me in the future? Good references go a long way. Some organizations and companies don't check references all the time. We do at Beyond Vision. And I can't tell you how many times I've seen bad references and that just kills someone's opportunity. Even if you've not had like a real work opportunity, a good reference from a volunteer organization, or like for some examples, I put my best friend because we did a podcast together and he was my quote unquote director, or I put my ballroom dance instructor. And I also put my manager for the volunteer opportunity I was doing. And make sure that your references are prepared to be references. I also can't tell you how many times I've called references and they had no idea that they were supposed to be a reference, or they didn't want to be a reference. So always collect references along your way through your experiences, and make sure they're ready to be prepared to be references. All right, I heard some dings, some questions, so I can stop there to answer those.
Sure, I got it. I'm also interested in going into HR and will be graduating next month. Is customer care specialist the best option to gain experience and move up? And is it open to certain majors?
Well, so I'll answer the second half of that first. So, customer care specialist is open to anyone with any experience. You do have to have good customer service, good communication skills with the you're working with customers. Good technology skills are essential, but that's not restricted to any kind of major. But as for whether it's good experience and a good way to move up into HR, I'll let Claire answer that actually.
Um, I mean, I think it is, because I mean, essentially, you need some of the same skills for HR that you do for a customer care specialist. And you gotta be able to talk to people as well as be able to use the computer, and um, like Rose said, have good communication skills.
Absolutely. We only have a couple more minutes here. How many more questions we got?
I got one more. It
All
says,
right.
do you have trouble finding items online because of poor descriptions?
That's a good question. I'm excited to hear your answer, Claire.
Um, well, as many blind people know, there are a lot of inaccessible websites.
Hmm.
Amazon's not the best, so I will say that it is a little crummy. Um, but it's always one of those things like, you read the whole page, and you can always go to a different website to see if it has a better description, or if all else fails, ask somebody who can actually see it and see if they can describe it to you.
Do
So
you
yeah,
do you utilize IRA at all? Because IRA, we actually have paid for, we have like a block of minutes paid for, so you can use it for free as long as you're on the base.
no, I have not tried it yet. I should, but I have not. I haven't
Yeah, you
tried
should
it
try
yet.
it out. Let me know. Let me know if you need any help with learning how to use it.
Okay.
All right. Well, I think that's about time, everyone. I guess we'll have to save my other two tips for next time. We're hoping to do another one of these talks probably sometime in the fall. Since you signed up for this one, you'll probably get an alert about that. And we'll be sending out a survey to people who joined us about what you might want to see in the future. Hear about other things that Beyond Vision does or positions that are available. Well, just let us know what you're interested in hearing about. But otherwise, thank you so much for joining us all today.